Where is the retailer I purchased an item, the online retailer is going out of business, and under Section 75 I made a claim because the item I purchased was faulty, and provided an independent expert's report to confirm that it is a manufacturer fault. But I don't have receipt or the proof of purchase that was provided to me by retailer. I lost it, but I used the bank statement, which the transaction clearly status that.
Sorry, bank statement. Surely it should be a credit card statement if you're bringing a Section 75 claim. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a credit card bank statement says payment was made for the retailer, but it doesn't say what it was paid for. So the credit card provider and disputing that there is no proof of purchase. So my question is, under the Consumer Act 2015, is credit card transaction detail is acceptable, a valid proof of purchase?
Yeah, of course it is. Now, if you were the answer really depends on the circumstances, but in these circumstances, the answer is yes. So if I had a bank statement or a credit card statement for 80p from Tesco, that wouldn't prove whether I'd bought a Twix, a Mars bar, or a packet of Maltesers, because they all cost 80p. Right. But in your circumstances, I'm assuming that it's an unusual price point from a particular retailer, and that price point matches exactly what you bought from them on the date you bought it. Yeah,
but it just doesn't say the name of it. It's an oven. It doesn't say it's being paid for the oven.
I mean, what's the credit card company suggesting? That you bought 2 ovens for the same amount of money on that day and the other one's okay?
They're just saying there is no receipt.
They're just jerking your chain, basically, Daniel, aren't they?
Well, basically, it went to the financial ombudsman, and then obviously it's just in an early stage. But the financial ombudsman is also saying, there is no proof of purchase. And
Are you serious?
To look. Well, the caseworker was saying, obviously, it hasn't gone. Yeah.
That's drivel.
So I just wanted to know what the law says under the Consumer Act 2015.
Well, look, what you need to prove for a Section 75 claim, that's a claim where you sue the credit card company that you bought something with when the original retailer goes bust, as this one has. What the law says is that you have to show that you bought it and that it's faulty. Now, you say you can prove it's faulty. The only thing that's left is that you bought it on your credit card. You have a credit card statement that shows you bought something from that retailer. Yeah. It shows the amount you paid for it, which presumably matches the cost they were selling the oven for.
Right.
And you have your word that you bought it from the retailer on that date. I know you haven't got the email receipt, but there is not a judge in the country who would say, Daniel's a liar, he's making this up. You've got more than enough evidence here. The credit card company are literally jerking your chain because they want to get out of payment. And I'm gobsmacked that the ombudsman or the caseworker has agreed. I would take it all the way to the actual ombudsman, so challenge what the caseworker says. And if you don't get any joy out of that, bring a claim in the small claims court against the credit card company. You will win.
I've got that option. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, no, using the ombudsman is normally a faster process and a more consumer-friendly process than the small claims court. But you can always go to the small claims court if you're not happy, and the small claims court is not bound by the ombudsman's decision.